It's a blessing to welcome on one of the top Juco prospects in the entire country. Now the newest member of Kansas 2021 ranked recruiting class, Sydney Curry. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, bro. How you doing?
Pretty good. Well, you're now announced it, man. It's been a couple days that you commit now on Thanksgiving. Take us to your thoughts to feel like to officially be a Jayhawk.
It feels good, man. I've been a big fan of the Jayhawk program since I was a young kid, so it feels good to be a Jayhawk.
Now take us through this process. I read somewhere that you did say that ever since about June, July-ish, that you kind of knew K's where you're gonna be going. You obviously
Yeah.
went to Thanksgiving. Take us through the reasoning behind that.
I just wanted to wear everything out with my family, make sure everything was good, a good fit. Just really make sure everything was a good fit, everything was going well. Just really focus on school a little bit more. But I just wanted to make my decision to be a Jayhawk. So.
Now we're gonna really get into this in a minute, but this hasn't been an easy story. It's been a long journey to get to where you're at right now. And let's start off back in high school. You come in as one of these big time players. Everyone knew you dominated. Freshman year, Bishop Lures. Take us to
Yeah.
that freshman season.
Freshman season, came in as one of the top players in Indiana, Bishop Lawrence. Then I came out, I transferred to another school, and I ended up at Northrop. So I really had a good career in high school, really just bouncing from another high school to high school, but got myself well adjusted. So I just really been bumped into a couple high schools. So I got really well my senior year and just got to started working and stuff. So it went well, planned out well. So.
You decided to go to Miami, Ohio. You commit there. And then obviously something goes on with the academic wise. Take us through that and
Yeah.
what ultimately led to the decommitment and heading out to Juco.
It was a problem with my SAT scores.
Mhm.
So I wanted to go JUCO and really expand my game. I feel like JUCO would be the best route to go for me to start my recruitment over and stuff, and really play with a top program in the country at Johnny Logan, and really playing with Jay Scrubb. So it really was a no brainer. Me starting my recruitment over and just really trying to better myself as a player overall.
Now, this is why I really enjoy the Juco guys because you guys all have different stories, rather it be academic reasons, just developing, not seen yet. And all this obviously result in big time storylines where obviously no disrespect to Miami, Ohio, but KU is a blue blood. They're one of the best schools, and this is where you've been able to develop in just about a year span. What
Yeah.
led to this? How are you able to kind of come out now where you had all these high majors and are able to go to blue blood now?
I just been working, man, just believing in myself, and nobody believed in me. So I really never lost faith in myself. Just working with the coaches and stuff, just staying focused, staying my head in the grade book. Just really been doing all my stuff right that I'm supposed to do to succeed as a player. So really a mindset thing. You have to mature a little bit. The JUCO route is not built for everybody, so everybody takes it a different way, but it can improve. Everybody doubts JUCO, but JUCO really brings out the person that you need to be to get to the next level. So it really helped me a lot, just me maturing a lot, me expanding my game, getting all the proper help I need on and off the court. So really helped.
Now, I know that throughout your high school career, you received a lot of hate. A lot of people weren't always big fans of you. How'd you start handling that? How'd you start dealing with that pressure and that hate going to game to game?
I was kind of always bleeding myself. I never really cared what nobody thought about me, really. So just always bleeding in myself was a big thing. Really, you on the court by yourself, so it's really like you got to put your mind to it. Like don't care what nobody think about you. So it really just a mind thing. Got to be mentally strong, and that helped me a lot along the way. So
Who kind of gave that mentality to ignore the outer people?
my dad and my brother,
Mhm.
because they telling me that their opinion don't matter anyway. You go home, they're not playing with you. They're not in your life, so it really doesn't matter what people think. People are gonna say something either way, or either way you go. So really, just a mind thing, and just knowing that I'm my own person and stuff can affect you. So really, just like that. So that helped me a lot. Just knowing that you can't control what people say about you, but you can keep pushing. That's why.
I know there's a guy, at least earlier on, I'm not sure how close you guys still are today, but Caleb Swanigan, a guy that's a lot, kind of built a lot like you from the same area, obviously went to Purdue MBA then. What was it like working out with him and what influence did he have on your life?
Big influence. I still talk to Caleb Swanner to this day.
Mhm.
I've been watching him working out, how hard he goes in practice and stuff. So that really helped me with my work ethic, working with him and watching the ropes and seeing how he works on and off the court, how he handles himself and goes in games, just plays hard. That kind of wore off on me at a young age. So just being around him at a young age and just knowing that if you work hard, your dreams come true.
At what point would you realize it kind of turned for you? When did you start viewing yourself as one of the best players and really start seeing that you can dominate and become one of the better prospects in a respected class?
I probably say last year. I always knew I had it in me. I always was a good player, but that switch turned on when I went JUCO. I knew how to come in and grind. Nothing was given to you, so I just knew how to come in and just make an impact and make a name for myself because everything started over. So really, just when I got to JUCO, I knew I had to dig in a little bit deeper, grind a little bit more, and just be a better player overall version of myself.
Your first decision, you go out there to Johnny Logan and you're getting ready for the season. What was your expectation? Did you expect and believe that you were going to get to the level where Kansas wanted you in those type of schools, or what was your expectations originally heading out to JUCO?
My plan was just to better myself, just to get to a better situation for me. I always believed in myself, so I knew my recruitment was gonna jump because of how the way I was playing and stuff. So I really just believed in myself, and the confidence just expanded. Playing with great players on the team, just wore off, and just everybody just believing in each other and believing in ourselves. So it really elevated each other games and stuff. So really just believing in myself, and so I knew I had to come in. So that's really it.
You go to these type of schools that are loaded, and you're playing against a guy that's now in the NBA and Jay Scrubb.
Yeah.
Marion's another big time guy, but a roster is loaded of guys that are going to college. How are you able to rise above them, become an elite prospect amongst all this other talent?
Uh, just like knowing like really just staying focused. Like you going out there, you playing hard. You playing hard. The game gonna speak for itself. You got talent. It's gonna show either way. But just playing hard just brings another notch to your game that really everybody don't really play hard. They don't like playing hard. But if you play hard, talent combines with playing hard. It takes another level. So
So you're working out the guy day in and day out that's now in the NBA and Jay Scrubb. What did you
yeah,
learn from him?
just a mentality to go hard every time. He's more like a big brother to me. Really, just hanging out with him every day on and off the court. Just knowing that when everybody counts you out, you just stay the same. Like everybody say you want to go to the league, he just stayed the same. He just wanted to work hard and just really prove everybody wrong. Just kind of having the mentality that a kill mentality, like kill everything in front of you. So it really kind of helped me a lot. Just really being around Jay Scrubb and just really seeing how he move and stuff, and just being around him as a unit. So
There's a common thread that all JUCO guys, rather it be former guys, upcoming JUCO guys, guys in JUCO right now, you guys form this dog mentality by being in the JUCO level. How does that form?
man, like we the ones they counted us out. So it's like
Mhm.
it's another opportunity. Like you counted us out, so we got to prove you wrong. It's like I don't know. I think everybody go JUCO got like a kind of mentality that they got to prove something. I feel like I don't got to prove anything but to myself. But I feel like I got to prove something, like to know that I belong here. Um, like people doubt JUCO talent and say there's not a lot of JUCO talent, but it's really a lot of JUCO talent around the area. But it's really like a dog mentality. It develops over time because nobody really pays attention to JUCO, obviously. But really, man, just a grind, man. Just knowing that you got to go in, day out, and just grind. Nobody gonna give you nothing. You got to work for everything. So,
You averaged a little over 13 a game, 8 rebounds, a little bit over that as well last season. Take us through the ups and downs of your freshman season.
it wasn't really no ups and downs, but I had to adjust a little bit coming in because the speed was a little bit different. A couple games, and then I got adjusted well. Had some really good games, good showings, and it just kept going on and on. Kept believing in myself, really, and just believing in yourself is really big thing. So just really just believing in yourself and knowing that you belong here. You got to show you belong here, and nothing's given to you. So really wasn't. I had a couple ups and downs, but I adjusted stuff well. So really wasn't no really bad moments. So
And then the season comes to a close and COVID comes into effect. And that's something I know all basketball players were a little nervous about. There's not going to
yeah.
be much recruiting going on, no visits, what's going to happen. And that hurt a lot of guys, but someone like you start piling up offers during this time period. How did you adjust to this? What was it like going through the Zoom call route, talking to coach on the phone? What was this year's recruiting process like?
Uh, it was different because every coach wanted to talk to you, get on Zooms, have an hour of Zoom, just have a lot of phone calls because everything's virtual. You can't come to the campus, or you can't visit the school. The visits had to be online, but everything is virtual. It really wasn't different. A lot of people took advantage of this time in COVID. A lot of people didn't, So like everybody, I was working, so
Mhm.
like when the COVID was happening, I was still working. So everybody just takes it different. But I just feel like people takes it different. So I feel like it was a good thing for me. for the COVID to happen and stuff. Not it's a bad thing, but like I feel like I
Mhm.
adjusted well to it. I wouldn't,
Absolutely. Now, you did keep your recruiting a little bit quieter than some people did. And we know Kansas is where you're going, but we know there's a lot of schools in the mix. Mississippi maybe was in there, Seton Hall, Texas A&M. Who really were the schools heavily in your mix until the very end?
Texas A&M, Ole Miss, UCF, Alabama was in the mix, and a couple other schools. I really just want to keep myself quiet and just really weigh my options out with my family, come out with a decision on Thanksgiving. So that was really, really it. So
If Kansas wasn't a school that was in the mix for you, do you know who maybe your second option would have been?
um, a second option. I really didn't have a second option. Really, I knew what the program I was going to. That going to Kansas is really says for itself. It's really a big program that can help me win. I mean, I can go there and be myself and come in and contribute to the team and just really be a player that I always dreamed of playing for Kansas. So a high level program, a Power Five program is really coming in and contribute to a high level team. So it's really a no brainer. So
Now we look at your body, and you really fit in with a lot of these past big men they've had the past couple of years. You look at Azubuike, David McCormick now. How do you see yourself translating into Coach Self's offense?
I see myself translating to his offense very well. Rebounding the ball, scoring, getting my teammates involved, being a leader on the team. Just playing my role, just coming in, just being talkative, being coachable. All the little things matter. So
Now, when you're talking to Coach Self, and I know Coach Howard also had a big pull in your recruiting process, what are they kind of telling you that they expect from you? Is it starting, coming off the bench? What role do they want from you your freshman year?
me coming in starting, but really everything. Obviously you got to work hard for stuff. So really everything comes with hard work. Nothing's guaranteed. But I'm coming in just being a key player in the post and at the power forward position, just being coming in and producing right away. So contributing right away to the team.
We know now that Juco is not going to hold you into eligibility, so you will go in technically as a sophomore next season. How valuable is it coming in on having 3 years to play at Kansas?
And it's real valuable because I was running everything with a year back and it ended up happening. So in a year, being able to be a sophomore again, this year I count as that was very exciting to hear.
Now, this is a recruiting class that is looking pretty solid right now. Zach Clemence is a big time player, KJ Adams. Do you happen to know
Yeah.
any of those guys yet?
Uh, I got to text him a little bit. We're gonna connect on a deeper level though. Talking about basketball and stuff, but really, just I'm excited about the class coming in. I'm just ready to get to work. So
This will be a blue blood. This is one of, if not maybe the most iconic college out there. You're playing from one of the best coaches to ever coach this game. Has that set in yet? And what does it feel like to know that that's where you're going to be playing in a year?
it feels good to know I'm be playing for Coach Self and we playing for a legendary program and coach. So I'm just ready to tell them, show them what I got, and just really come in and be a key factor for the team. Just ready to learn everything like a sponge. So
Now, hopefully, when you get out there, fans will be back loud in there. COVID is going to be not a factor, but you get to put on that Kansas jersey your first game, step out in Allen Fieldhouse. What's going to go through your mind?
man, just ready to, just play, man. Just ready to get on the court and be in front of all these fans, all the KU fans, man. Just ready to get in front of the KU fans, just win some games, win a national championship. That's all I'm worried about is winning. So
Now, fans kind of see your game a little bit. You are a bigger guy. You can run power forward center at a really dominant level. But who are
yeah,
some either former Jayhawk players or maybe even NBA players that you compare yourself to?
kind of like a Blake Griffin, Bam Adebayo, players like that. Like a more athletic big, like a just athletic big, like to stretch the floor and can play. It can guard a little bit more positions than a normal big.
Now, that first phone call that came in for you and the KU first offered you, take us to that phone call and what was it like knowing that KU really wanted you?
It was surreal. I got the call in the summer. It was really surreal. It didn't sink in until about 3 hours later that I got a KU offer. So it was like, dang, like all the hard work paid off, man. Like the grind never stops, but like you just know that it's being recognized by Kansas was a really good feeling. So
Would you say that's the most shocking call you got from any coach throughout your recruiting process?
yeah, definitely hearing Coach Self on the phone. My coach didn't tell me I was getting on the phone, Kansas. He just told me to get the phone. So it was good hearing Coach Self voice on the phone and telling me that I had an offer to go to Kansas.
Now you have roughly a year until you have to get out there. What do you want to improve on before you step a foot on campus?
Just improve on just learning the game a little bit more. I'm already coachable, so just being more coachable and just learning the game more and just really being able to expand my game more. Just really overall being a better player just in general.
Now in this upcoming JUCO season, it starts in a little bit over 2 months now. Overall, what's your goal for the season? What do you think you're capable of going out there and doing? We know Jay Scrubb's not there anymore. You're maybe one of, not the best leader of the team. What do you want to be able to accomplish this year?
Main goal is win Player of the Year. Just really come in and be a dominant player, more dominant than I was last year. Just take a bigger role since Jay Scrubb left, but just really be a dominant player and show people why I'm going to Kansas. So that's really my main goal.
Absolutely, man. Well, a few more things before I let you go. One of which is discussing a legacy. I think that's something that all guys want to do. So when you are done playing basketball someday, what do you ultimately want to be remembered for?
It's a player that gave back to his community and goes hard. Just goes hard. It's a player that never gave up. No matter what nobody threw at you, you just ran through a brick wall through it. So just really just being a player that gave back to his community and really just being a player that played hard and just liked to win. So.
And there's going to be a lot of guys because of COVID shutting down AAU for high school guys right now. For those type of guys that might not be able to be seen, might have to take a JUCO route or some other route, what's your advice for them?
Enjoy the process, man. It takes time. I was the same way, but if you just, I think some people think of JUCO as they think of it right now, not thinking of it 2 years later. What can happen in 2 years? They don't think of how much work and how big of a gap 2 years is and how much work you put in between that time. So I just tell them, man, just to embrace it. Like if you go JUCO, it's okay. You'll get more opportunities. So I just want to tell people out there, man, JUCO ain't a bad thing. How everybody make it seem. It's really another opportunity to boost everything. So it's really just like a learning curve. I know people take JUCO as a bad thing, but it's really not a bad thing. Really got to embrace it and just go in and grind. Just know what you there for.
Couldn't agree more, man. When you step foot on that court, we mentioned all these talented players out there in JUCO right now. Where do you think you level up amongst all the other JUCO players?
I don't really compare myself to no JUCO players. I feel like I'm the best player in the country, so that's really a confidence thing. And so I don't really compare myself to no JUCO players are really around. So I was really just working on myself, just getting myself better every day in the gym. So I just feel like if I work on myself, everything will fall in place.
Absolutely, man. My final thing for you, give Kansas fans your three biggest goals you have set for your KU career.
Winning the national championship. That's the main goal, coming in and winning. Being a dominant player there and just connecting with the fans and just having a great experience at Kansas.
Absolutely, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking time to come on today, man. Congrats on that commitment and go do your thing this year.
I appreciate you, bro.
Of course, you always welcome on, man. God bless.